You've probably heard this one before. Santa Claus's suit was green until Coca-Cola turned it red for an ad campaign. But what if I told you that not only is that a myth, but Coca-Cola actually changed his appearance in another completely different way that most people don't even realize? Before Coca-Cola, Santa Claus looked very different. In early depictions, especially in the Victorian era, Santa Claus often wore green cloaks. This made sense because in British folklore, the figure of Father Christmas wore green to symbolize the renewal of life during the winter season. But Santa also appeared in blue and even brown depending on the story or the artist. And all of this traces back to St. Nicholas, the generous 4th century bishop from modern-day Turkey who inspired Santa Claus. As his story spread throughout Europe, St. Nicholas evolved into different forms. In the Netherlands, he became Santa Claus, dressed in red bishop's robes, riding a white horse, and delivering gifts. By the 1800s in the United States, Santa's appearance was still inconsistent. He was sometimes shown as a small, elf-like figure, and other times a thin, serious old man. During this century though, 2 figures helped establish the idea of who Santa Claus is. One was Clement Clarke Moore, who wrote A Visit from St. Nicholas, or as you probably know it today, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, as well as Thomas Nast, a cartoonist who drew weekly stories of Santa for a magazine during winter months. They both decided in their works that Santa wore red, rode a sleigh with reindeer, had a big white beard, and lived at the North Pole. So they essentially made modern Santa in the 1800s, but when did Coca-Cola supposedly make him red? It wasn't actually until 1931 when Coca-Cola decided that they would use Santa Claus for their holiday ads, thanks to his growing association with wearing their brand's colours. And here's why that's genius. Coca-Cola took a character who was already loved across the world, gave him a cozy, cheerful upgrade, and made him their own, without paying a single cent for licensing rights, which is what many brands have to do today when they're using a celebrity or a popular character in their ad campaigns. I mean, think about it. They basically adopted the symbol of Christmas and happiness and made him their unofficial mascot. But while Coca-Cola didn't make Santa's suit red, they did change something about him forever. Before their ads, Santa's size was all over the place in how he was depicted across the globe. Sometimes he was tall and thin, and sometimes small and sprite-like. Hadon Sundblom painted him as big, round, and plump, which is a little ironic since a sugary drinks company is essentially the reason Santa got his now iconic round belly. And due to the company pumping out ads featuring Santa every year, Coca-Cola can essentially be thanked for setting Santa's modern image in stone and deciding who he is as a character for everyone across the planet. I mean, can you think of any other ad campaign that has played such a large part in influencing a piece of humanity's culture?